In a land far from anything lies a factory unlike any other. A place full of eccentric spirits, fierce competition, and wacky high-tech minigames.
It's here that 8 teams of 3 have come together to compete and prove their worth, all fighting for supreme victory.
These games test their dexterity, knowledge, and most importantly, their teamwork. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Noxsquad Gameshow.
We're your commentators, Dylan D.
And Jimmy McGee. Welcome to Season 1 of the Noxsquad Gameshow, live from a flat somewhere in the northwest of England.
Here at the Noxsquad Gameshow, we've designed some intense, puzzling, and downright bizarre minigames, each with the aim of testing our contestants' abilities.
Whether they're sliding over ice or skirting around lava, they're going to be pushed to their limits, all in the name of your entertainment.
Yes, we've now seen all 4 quarter-final matches. 4 teams have been sent off with just their bus fare, while the rest continue on to the semi-finals.
Those really were some intense matchups, weren't they, Dylan? We started off with Royalties Please getting knocked out by the High Ground.
They really were able to knock them off their high horses, Jimmy. Then we moved on to seeing Hot Problems turn up the heat and boot the lads out of the tournament for good.
Matchup 3 brought us the Salty Sailors taking Fire Surge out to sea and making them walk the plank. And finally, Place from Outer Space were beaten in an out-of-this-world 3-game series against the Anonymous Agency.
All the teams we've seen so far have been incredible to watch. If you've missed any of the episodes so far, pause the video now and catch up. Don't worry, we'll wait. Well. Are you back? Good.
Oh, I was worried they'd be gone for good there for a moment, Dylan.
Oh, you and me both, Jimmy. You and me both.
So then, let's get straight into the semi-finals. This time we have the seafaring trio, the Salty Sailors, taking on the high-flying High Ground.
Last time out, the Salty Sailors extinguished Fire Surge in a first-round sweep. They showed their dominant parkour skills in Wild Woodworks and their expert marksmanship and teamwork in Shoot 'em All Around.
As for the High Ground, they took the Golden Gold Rush, and despite a few late-game pushes, they locked out Royalties Please from the semi-finals with a winning plus lock, completing their own sweep. We have 2 undefeated teams trying to stay perfect, but only one will prevail and reach the grand finals.
Jimmy, do you know what time it is?
Sure, Dylan. It's around about 25 to 7, I think.
Incorrect, Jimmy. It's chicken time. Let's head over to Jerry, where he's interviewing the teams and kickstarting the first semi-finals match.
So,
They're
High
really
Ground,
cheating. That's
you've
us.
now had some time to
Bonjour.
process your sweep of Royalties Please. Please kind of tell us a little bit about that again as you kind of think back to it.
I think it went well. Actually, God, we fought tooth and nail really to get that win there. Rick actually lost his hand during it, and now he's here obviously with no hands. He's lost both of them since then. It's quite tragic, actually.
But it's okay. He's a master with his feet, so we think we'll be okay.
Since then,
and if it comes,
Billy's gotten to 13k subscribers. It's a huge deal. It's probably at 20k at the time of this video,
I'm probably
which
not.
means obviously if we lose, the entire fan base is going to be angry. So
No, they're not.
therefore,
Like, don't listen
that
to
being
him.
said, we've made a deal with the other team and they're going to throw it. Obviously,
We have not.
we're going to try and make the game as exciting as possible, but realistically, this is going to go swimmingly for us against the boat people.
We are the High Ground. They are the Salty Sailors. We are the type there. I f***ed up my line.
You're
Damn it! I
so
swore. Damn it! No,
I
it's
swear
That
to
wasn't
God.
rehearsed.
I am the iceberg. They are
you've
the
had, like-
Titanic.
No,
I
it's
will
we
crush
are the
them.
iceberg. It's not
You've
only
had
you,
30
we-
minutes, you botched
I'm
it now.
sorry.
We're done.
Bunch
No,
of
This is
mania.
our
the
team.
show's over. It's been fun,
Bunch
you guys.
of mania.
Oh man. Oh.
You're a
I
disgrace.
was gonna
Take
ask
it
another
away, go
question,
over to the
but
salty
now,
seaman.
now I don't feel like I have to.
What
I feel
was
like
the
you guys
Whatever
are
they
just-
call
You
themselves.
guys just are rattling off on your own.
That's fine.
Which
My
one?
favorite
I do
Pokemon
have
is,
one more.
Magic
So-
Carp, though.
You've seen the dome once. You kind of now know some things. Is there anything you hope to be on the dome? Maybe specific game or type of game that
Can
you
I
think
take
will
this
be
one?
the key to your victory?
Honestly,
When can I
No,
answer?
not
No,
after
I-
you
I-
just
no, I
botched
need
the
to.
entire
No, I need
last
to.
one.
I
Watch
need
Mania is already on this. We
No,
can
you
do another one.
can't.
I'm just saying, I don't know if High Noon has been shown, but seeing as I haven't heard of it possibly being on the Dome, I think it's got a chance score of at least 70% to appear on the Dome. And it's definitely a want score of 100% for me because I would love to see High Noon.
Oh no.
All right, so
I hate you.
royalties or high ground. Sorry, high ground.
Who?
Almost there.
Yeah.
Who?
No, we took the royalties.
Yeah, that's right. It's royalties to high ground. That's what I was saying.
Who?
Yeah. So you guys won high noon today. All right.
What?
Well, we'll see.
I mean,
we'll see what happens.
I don't
with
agree
who's on
with
the dome. So you guys were the third matchup. You guys swept Fire Surge. Can you give me a little bit, kind of what you think back on that match?
Well, it was
That
kind
was
of,
pretty
it was
cool.
kind of easy, to be honest.
Only just
No.
ruined it a bit, but
No disrespect to the other team.
they were
Alright.
a challenge.
Is there something you think from that matchup, some strength that you think you carried through that will help you beat High Ground today?
Yes. Don't rely on ManWithShip.
That's pretty
And
much
then-
it.
Is there anything on the dome that either a game or a type of game that you want to
No
see? You've gotten to
fucking-
look at the dome too.
We actually want High Noon too. Like, we practiced it a bit, so
We recreated the game for ourselves.
So
Just
we
to
want-
practice that game.
we want to beat them.
And the hotspot would be cool to see too.
All right. Well, we'll see how the chickens fall. Best of luck to you guys too. So, with that, it's time to head to the dome for the
Oh,
first
no.
game of the Noxsquad Gameshow Season 1 semifinals.
Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the first semi-finals of the Noxsquad Gameshow.
I'm so excited!
We're here in the Decision Dome, answering those all-important questions and making the decisions like,
This is already fun.
what's for lunch, Jimmy?
Do you know what I really want, Dylan? Because I've not had it in a long time. Bacon sandwich.
Bacon sandwich. It's a good call, but unfortunately, chickens don't have bacon in them.
Oh yes.
We got that one.
Hotspot.
Yeah, we got that last time.
That's very true. I mean, we've been stuck in this factory for a good 3 months now.
I love that one too.
Collect floor.
Let's connect for.
All that's on the menu is chickens for obvious reasons. I just quite like some pork.
Sprint.
Oh, no!
We're not here for too much longer. We'll just wait for them to kick us out, and then bacon sandwiches on the daily.
Yeah, these are all classics.
I cannot wait for that. That sounds like heaven.
I like a lot of these games that have been shown.
Hotspot's a really fun game.
What, not being here or bacon sandwich? Which one?
Both.
Yeah, I'll take that.
Down come the chickens for the first time in the semi-finals. Very exciting stuff as
I think we make a chance for you.
one of these teams will be going through to the grand finals. Both of these teams still currently undefeated as well, so one of them's going to lose their first game today, Dylan.
Wait, they're undefeated? Jimmy, that's unheard of.
It's completely unheard of. We've never had it happen before.
I don't know which one. I think it's going to be Clock Tower.
Or
Let's see.
something? No.
Oh.
Yeah, hotspot. It's hotspot.
Or Clock Tower.
Until two teams came along and did.
Okay, let's swiftly move on from that. The game is collect floor.
This sounds really complicated, by the way.
Collect floor, is it like Connect 4 only it's not?
My favorite game, personally, Jimmy.
He's rising up.
Yeah, it's brand spanking new for this dome and brand spanking new for the semi-finals, but here comes the booster
He's cheating, dude.
in a very familiar way.
Just scared to make the jump.
I swear I've seen this kind of thing before here, Dylan.
3 colors: red, blue, green. No, I can't think of what it is, Jimmy.
Green goes up, red goes down, blue goes across. I swear I've seen that before. I just can't put my finger on it.
Let's go!
Oh, come on. Are we really just playing Connect 4?
No, Jimmy, this is a collect floor.
Correct tours?
No, it's collect floor. Just read the rules.
At the start of the game, each team has a 5x5 board that is fully closed off. To open a space, 3 of the contestants must stand on the 3 podiums outside of the starting room.
The space that reveals will be random, but the same for both teams.
Now that the teams have spaces to fill, they should probably start collecting some wool.
There are 5 colours of wool evenly spread throughout the different parkour sections.
The further back that they go, the harder the parkour will get, and the longer it'll take to get back. But be careful, you can only transport 1 wool at a time, and you cannot drop it anywhere on the course.
So now the players have wool and spaces, but how should they place them?
Contestants get points by the amount of the same colour of wool that they have in each row and column, even if they aren't next to each other. However, no points are awarded for rows and columns with just 1 block of a colour. Pairs or more are point providers.
So, 2 of the same colour in a line gets you 2 points, 3 gets you 3 points, and so on.
However, if there's an unfilled space in any row or column, then any points from that line are lost. So be sure to only open spaces that you are able to fill.
The game will be played for 10 minutes, and the team with the most points at the end wins.
And if there's a tie,
1 player from each team re-enters the arena with only 3 minutes on the clock. The rest of the spaces on the board will open at random, and whoever can bag the most points wins. For real this time.
well, it's time for Convex Shore. Hang on. Detect snore? Check folklore? Protect core?
No, Jimmy, it's collect floor.
Oh, Dylan, I'm getting tingles down my spine. My hairs are on end. It's the first game of the semi-finals.
That's right, and with the countdown starting, we're ready to go, and both teams are speeding out. They want this. They want it a lot, Jimmy.
I said I would take pink.
They do not want to hesitate whatsoever when it comes down to this. It's all or nothing here.
I've got the blue. It's cyan, but I've
Just
got
go
it.
on keeping the both in the water.
I got
Yeah,
lime, I got
just
lime.
distracting.
There's 2 of them here, so it's a bit of a...
Have any spaces been opened up?
Yes, indeed, and already a fight ensuing in the water as they open up their first spot.
One is opened, one is opened.
Yeah, remember the same spot will open on both sides, so both teams have the same opportunity
Okay, we should open.
to fill it with whatever colour they so desire.
Alright, I've placed my cyan. I'm
Right.
gonna go out for another
Doing it.
colour.
And both teams going for a different colour or straight off the bat. Salty Sailors with lovely pink, and the high ground with a not so lovely cyan.
I think we're open. I think we got enough open.
Whoa, Jimmy, I believe that all wool colours are fantastic, you know?
No, screw cyan. Pink's much better.
Okay, folks, you heard it here first.
No,
One
it's
of them
fine
wasn't
because
opened up.
if they're different colours, then put them on a different line.
And 2 more spots are open. 4 more spots are open. They are opening.
Hey, which
Pink.
color do I need to take?
Just pink or lime, go for that.
That is a lot of spots. You should get some cream for that.
I like it, Jimmy. Real smooth. Real smooth.
That's what those creams say they do.
I'm going for the yellow left.
Yeah, okay, you can stop now.
Okay. Can I borrow some spot cream, though, please?
Later, Jimmy. Later.
It's why you want to go around the sides when you come back, because that way they can't
Oh,
punch
I
you.
forgot about the sides.
Back to the game, and there's still a lot of spots open. This is dangerous. I mean, they still have a lot of time, however, Jimmy.
Yeah, still plenty of time. 8 minutes still to go.
Is there a line about gap? No, there's not. We need gaps, we need gaps.
And both these teams started to fill their board up with as many blocks as they can. Looks like Salty Sailors are going with a whole host of different colours. You've got a bit of pink, you've got a bit of orange,
They're opening up a lot of spots, you guys.
Yeah, but that's going to affect them as well.
a little bit of green, and High Ground are going with that monochrome, all cyan look.
Ugh, cyan.
Yeah,
Yellow,
I need,
pink, lime. One of them
I
will
need
make
a-
great rows. Like,
And we are about a quarter of the way through the game now, Jimmy. Have we got any idea of scores?
Don't place pink, just keep
Well,
it.
let's just see what the Salty Sailors put down. ManWithShip, don't put that one down. Let's see. I think it's 6-4 in favour of the Salty Sailors at the moment.
I'm gonna see what the last area looks like in terms of parkour. Just
I'm
take a
gonna
little
put
quick.
one together.
So the monochrome look not working out so well for the High Ground in this early stage.
Which colour should I go for then?
One of them's just stuck back on the thing.
Oh, the fight breaks out in the middle of the field. Get Rickrolled and ManWithShip having at it. Meanwhile, Hail the King going back to fight the rest of the Salty Sailors single-handedly.
Start going for red.
That's right. I'm not overly sure there, Jimmy, who won that fight.
I don't know if you can really win a fight in this game. You'd more so just survive.
I'm gonna keep going for the further colors because I think I can do the parkour there now.
Yeah, no, I can get behind that, but it looks like Hail the King there, placing down the first different coloured wool of the game there, and a second red piece of wool.
Finally, some variety on the high ground side.
Which wool do you have, Justin?
Pink.
That's right, and a colour that really goes with the original cyan aesthetic, I think, Jimmy.
Yeah, they complement it quite well.
Oh, we should also punch them off.
It's very,
Oh, we need a spot open. Somebody go on it.
It's getting better. Let's say that. It's getting better.
Everyone's a critic.
Salty Sailors are opening up a couple more spots by the looks of things, spamming on those plates, and Hail the King throws down a red in one of the spots that has just been opened.
Place it. We have to open gaps because I'm
Right
stuck
there.
behind
Yes,
one.
nice.
That's a couple of points right in the bag for them, and I think they're in the lead now, Dylan.
Just get it
Hands
up.
up if you keep failing easy jumps.
I
Which
still
wool,
have
which
yellow.
wool?
I can't do anything.
That's it. That was an incredibly lucky spot to open for them.
Oh, but it looks like the Salty Sailors have opened up a whole host of spots. Oh, look at that top line there.
Yeah, lime or pink.
All open, and that's a lot of points lost, but a lot of points still to be gained.
Oh, how do you get over to it?
I can do it.
That's right. They can do with that top line whatever they want. Be creative, but also you should probably, get the points.
Yeah, remember, if you leave that blank, it will count as 0 for that entire row.
I got a lime. That's good.
And the columns they're in, so it can hurt you in the long run.
We should open gaps again.
Best just to get some filler blocks, even if you don't score any points. At least you're not scoring 0.
That's correct, and it's quite interesting this game, Jimmy, that both teams have gone for completely different colours. There's no arguing.
No, they're just keeping to their side of the field and saying, okay, I'll get these colours.
I would say if you can, try and get another red, because there's still quite a lot past the third area.
You get those ones, and it'll be in perfect harmony.
I don't think that's really what they said, Jimmy. I think it's just sort of luck of the draw. It's a competition, after all.
A matter of taste and creativity.
Like, I can place one lime and get 4 points. I think it's worth.
That's right, and these two teams have very different tastes, it turns out. Great for a competition.
Let's have a look at that board, and I think I'm just trying to tot up the scores from what we can see from the back there.
Should I go for the blue that's by you, Mitch? The one over there.
Oh, I didn't know there was more blue. Yeah.
Yeah, there's more blue. I can get a blue or a red.
Dylan, I think they're tied. I think they both have 22 points just now.
No, that's impossible, Jimmy. I refuse to believe it.
I think they are tied right now, so
if you open some spaces, I'll know which ones I need to break.
still more spots to be opened and still plenty of time left, coming up for 3.5 minutes to go now, and Rick Rolled coming back with another cyan.
3 of
I'm
us.
going so
because
bad at ladder
they also need
jumps.
gaps.
Another bit of crossover teamwork. Hail the King, get Rick Rolled.
Oh, that's perfect. There's a space open that I can put a blue.
Helping out a member of the Salty Sailors open a spot, and only one spot open. They might go back and get another. They will indeed.
2 for yellow, 2 for yellow.
And that's a couple of perfect spots actually for the high ground. Is they score a heap of points there.
They're attacking me.
If they can get that one filled right at the bottom with a cyan.
I find knock him.
That's right, and another fight is ensuing there. All on one member of the blue team, the poor guy, and another bit of teamwork. I'm not sure we can really call it teamwork though, Jimmy.
Let me see what opened.
Right, you guys both rush ahead for a wall now.
Don't
Those
bother.
ladder jumps
Don't
are-
bother about counting points right now.
Billy and Rick jumping towards the back of the field, trying to get as many blocks as they possibly can. All the ones at the front are starting to be depleted, so they're going to have to venture further into the course. And now the question comes into it.
There's a lot of green ones. Oh no, these are slime blocks. Oh.
Oh, I just fell down immediately because I don't know how to parkour.
I'm keeping one of them in.
They're keeping me in. They're keeping me
I'm
trapped.
keeping one of them down here.
Is it worth going for it? Is it worth getting those extra blocks? And is it worth going further? And maybe you might not get back in time.
That's right. It looks like they've exhausted all of the resources in the first 2 places. They still have just under 2 minutes left to go.
Okay, let's see. We need gaps right now.
They could probably grab 1 or 2 more wool blocks, and that could change the game.
I can get a red if we need a red. Do we need a red?
Hail the King trying to keep ManWithShip at bay in the bottom of the pool.
ManWithBoat there, waiting for the rest of his team, wasting a bit of time. I'm not going to lie to you, Jimmy.
Guys, they got a whole row of orange.
Yeah, and we've got 4 of blue.
Yeah, wasting time as we had a look at the board there. I think they're tied once again, 23 points apiece.
He doesn't want. He doesn't want.
Why doesn't he?
But Billy's coming back with more wool, but they need to open up more gaps, Dylan.
They do, and they have started. They've got 1 more gap, being quite conservative in their gap making.
It's good for lime, pretty
Lime
much.
pink.
And the gaps open and the gaps get filled immediately. Straight down goes some wool, and it looks like Salty Sailors trying to open up as many gaps as they possibly can. I think they're going to try and disrupt as much as they can the score of the high ground.
No, they're just gonna keep trying opening to with us now.
Then we need to get some blocks.
That's right. It looks like the blue team has run out of blocks between them, and there's not really enough time for them to go all the way to the other side. So all they can really do is sabotage.
Sabotage is the name of the game. They've got 1 more spot to fill though.
30 seconds, I'm gonna place it.
And they do indeed fill it. So no negative points coming off the board for any of the teams as of yet. But it looks like the Salty Sailors, like you say, they are out of blocks, so they're going to try and disrupt as much as they can.
And it is a one big fight down there. I don't really know what's going on, but blue team are really trying hard to get on top of those pressure plates with 5 seconds, 3 seconds to go.
Please,
We don't get...
I don't know what we're doing here.
Time's up.
Let's rip.
I don't
They
know.
may have- I think they may have beat us.
I think they won.
And the high ground do keep them at bay. They keep them off the platforms for as long as they possibly can. No gaps are opened. And my oh my, I don't know who's won here, Dylan.
Oh, I can't wait to find out the scores, Jimmy.
Jerry, tell us the scores.
29.
I have the final numbers.
Oh no.
Have we lost?
Please do
In
tell.
my left hand, I have the points for the yellow team.
Okay.
In my right hand, I have the
I'm pretty
points for
sure-
the blue team.
Oh god, I'm
I see
scared
nothing.
because it could
I
go
see
either
nothing
way.
in those hands.
We
The
lost.
difference is 2 points.
Yeah,
Oh my
27.
God.
We lost.
Yeah, we lost.
Oh wait.
27
One
to 29.
team scored 29 points.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did.
Did we win?
And we got
The other
27.
I
team
had to
scored
shut my door.
31
Oh
points.
wait,
No
what?
way.
Congratulations, yellow team, on winning.
Yeah.
31.
Incredible.
Oh my god, that was a good match.
Oh,
I had
wait.
to shut my door. I thought I would miss the scores.
Yellow team, you just won your first match in the
No way.
semi-final. How
That
do
we
you
did.
feel?
Oh, that was
that
so
was-
intense.
Whoa.
It was a
Wow,
pretty easy win, honestly, I think, you know, no struggle.
No, no.
Okay, fine. You know what, I'm not good at board games. I haven't played a board game in my life, I think.
Mitchell.
I think I played one Jenga once.
I think we kind of
Jenga
like
board
had the
game.
Jenga. I mean, it's a party game.
That works.
I mean,
sure.
honestly, I think the good strategy of ours, I think, was just sticking with 2 colors and just kind of going for the back parkour, because it didn't seem like the other team could really make it to the parkour at the very back. Like, there were never any blocks that were missing there, so we kind of had the advantage in that we could get to blocks that they couldn't, and I think we just kind of took advantage of that and took home a win.
I mean, really, who knows more than 2 colors anyway, right?
Red
That's
and
where
blue.
they got.
Red
Oh.
and blue, easy peasy.
They
One
know
more
more than 2
question for
colours, I
you
think.
guys. How'd you guys deal with those gaps? If you noticed, a lot of times blue team was sitting over here opening gaps left and right for you guys. How did you guys handle that as you
Rick,
were looking
take
at and
it
seeing all these
away.
holes?
Well, boys, the strategy was.
You know,
every time-
sometimes there's
No, let
gaps
Rick say
in
it,
your
let
life.
Rick say it.
Sorry, go on.
Well, you know,
Go
our
after
goal
you,
was.
seriously.
I swear, I will go to your house. Okay. Yes.
Take it away.
We just went for the 2 colors
By
the
all
entire
means.
time. I swear. Nah, it's done. Nah, I'm going.
No,
back.
we went for the 2 colors the entire time, and we were kind of just making sure that we knew when there were spots being open. And because we used the same 2 colors, no matter where they opened a spot, we were almost guaranteed to at least get a point down because we were using similar colors. Whereas they were going for a very big mix of colors, like 3 or 4, and it kind of diluted the points somewhat, which kind of screwed them out of a few points in the end.
Yeah, I'm happy.
Gary,
in
the
the
truth
end.
is,
Oh, no.
and I think I speak for the entire team here, is I still do not know how the game works. I have no idea what happened. It's all just a blur to me. I placed a couple wool, we won. The end.
Alright, yeah, well, it doesn't matter if you understood it, because you just won it. So, congrats
think we
again.
did. Yeah.
We'll see you back at the dome.
Fantastic.
Real?
Blue team, get over here. Let's
Good
talk
job,
about
Rick.
it. Well, I think the first thing
Oh, he's aggressive.
we need to address is what went wrong in this game here.
I don't want to talk.
I guess the training sessions until 3 a.m. did not pay off at all.
No.
Where do you think specifically the issue was? Those 2 points. Where
I
do you
think
those went?
We went
they-
for one
they-
too many color.
Yeah, we should have, like they did, gone for 2 colors instead of 3, because a lot of the times we were just waiting for a gap to open with a wool in our hands, so we were just doing nothing at all.
Did you find any of the parkour particularly difficult? Yellow team called you out saying that you guys couldn't get far back there. Did you think it was too hard, or?
I was struggling at the ladder, so that was my problem.
The ladders were a bit hard, but the rest was basic.
I didn't have any trouble with the parkour. I just saw it'd be better to grab the wools that are closer to the platform.
Yeah.
And then you guys hung around here a lot trying to work with those openings, the opening system. What was going on there?
Well,
Oh.
go on.
In the end, we just thought like if we could open as many gaps, we would get like a lot of points from them because like rows wouldn't complete. So that was our tactic, but it didn't work out really well.
We wanted to take away some points from them, but that didn't work at all. And also, whenever we needed gaps to open, there were only 2 of us here, while the other one was somewhere at the back, so that didn't really work.
Alright, and this is the first time we're gonna have this part of the conversation. This is your first loss in Noxsquad Gameshow Season 1. What is the bounce back though? How are you gonna come back and win Game 2? What do you need?
Well, I just need to say one sentence. We are the Salty Sailors and we're not afraid of anyone.
Alright, not afraid of anyone. Let's see what the chickens have to say about that. We're gonna head back to the dome for match 2. Best of luck, guys.
Thanks.
Oh, what a nail-biter, Dylan.
Yes, a great opening for the semi-finals between 2 juggernauts of this tournament.
The high ground outsmarted the Salty Sailors 31-29 by first collecting all the cyan wool and finishing with the red wool. Meanwhile, the Salty Sailors were all over the place with which colour they were actually collecting.
By the time the Salty Sailors had started placing multi-point rows, they'd run out of time and wool.
I think we can only expect another close game between these 2, Dylan.
Are the Salty Sailors dead in the water? Or are the high ground about to get knocked down a peg and receive their first loss of the season?
Find out next time on the Noxsquad Game Show. But until then, I'm Jimmy McGee.
And I'm Dylan D.
Thanks for watching.